Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time for more announcements. This time it's from Arrow Video. Their January 2023 announcements. Let's dive in and have a look at them. First up, we have a US and Canadian release only, Lady Whirlwind and Hapkido. This has been released by Eureka in the UK. It seems as if Eureka are partnering up with a few different labels for stateside releases, so you're available to get these releases as well. Lady Whirlwind, directed by Huang in 1972, sees Mao dead set on avenging the death of her sister, only to find herself fighting a common enemy alongside the man she wants revenge on. Hapkido, made the same year, sees her once more pitted against a gang of Japanese thugs, alongside fellow soon-to-be kung fu legends Sammo Hung and Carter Wong, as disciples of the titular Korean fighting style, studying under her real-life Hapkido grandmasters Ji Hanjae and Hwang Inshi. So it's a 2K restoration by Fortune Star, HD Blu-ray presentation, original lossless Mandarin, mono audio for both films, optional newly translated English subtitles for both films, a reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork. We have commentaries by Frank Jeng and Robert Samuels, and Frank Jeng and Michael Worth, and Sam Deegan. Lady Whirlwind Speaks is the first part of a newly filmed interview with Angela Mao. Kung Fu Cooking, a newly filmed conversation with Mao's son Thomas King, alternate English credits, and Hong Kong theatrical trailer. And of course, the image gallery. This too has 3 options of English dub, vintage Kung Fu and Hapkido dubs in lossless mono, plus 2006 DVD dub in 5.1 surround. Again, with commentaries by Frank Jeng and Robert Samuels, and Frank Jeng and Michael Worth. Lady Kung Fu Speaks, the second part of a newly filmed interview with Angela Mao. Archival interviews, original vintage featurette, 3 alternate opening credit sequences, Hong Kong theatrical trailers, and image gallery. It's great that you're able to get that in the States. It's coming out here in the UK as well. And it does have a US only alternate cover, if you're interested in that as well. Next up, we've got something I know nothing about. Never heard of this filmmaker at all. The Lucas Moodysson. I'm probably butchering that name, but I am rather ignorant on this filmmaker. Ever since his debut was heralded as a young master's first masterpiece by none other than Ingmar Bergman, director Lucas Moodysson has been hailed internationally as one of Sweden's greatest filmmaking talents, delighting and confounding audiences in equal measure. So, we have 4 movies here. We have fucking Amal, which tells the story of awkward small-town teenager Agnes and her crush on a popular classmate Ellen, which unexpectedly blossoms into a real-life romance. It was quickly heralded as a new queer cinema touchstone and one of the most authentic portrayals of youthful relationships on film. He swiftly followed up his bittersweet satirical 1970s set Together, in which the inhabitants of a commune tried to reconcile their ideals with their heart's desires. Having made a name for himself as a new master of tragicomic feel-good humanism, Moodysson suddenly frustrated expectations with a trio of startlingly confrontational works. The hauntingly bleak Lilia Forever, based on real-life case of a Russian girl sold into sex trafficking in Sweden. The abrasive and semi-improvised A Hole in My Heart, detailing the messy unmaking of an amateur porn video, and the avant-garde Container, narrated in its English version by Jenna Malone. So, yeah, 5 movies. Curious, I think, would probably be the main take here. HD presentations, 5.1 surround, 2.0 stereo mixes, English subtitles for all film, plus subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing on Mammoth. New video interviews with the director and other cast and crew. And I won't go through all the extras here, but we do have 5 movies or 6 discs with various extras on them. It looks quite extensive. Now, although I'm completely ignorant of this filmmaker, I do love this set because we've got, was it 6 discs here? Is it 6 movies? Yep, there's a 6th movie I missed out, Mammoth. Um, so whole lot of movies on here, 6 or 7 movies. You're really getting into a filmmaker. You get to see everything. There's a book. Let's see if it says how long it is. 200-page hardback book. So, if you're going to delve into a filmmaker, it looks like a set that you really could just wallow in and enjoy. I'm not sure about the filmmaker. If I catch one of the movies, maybe on the Arrow player, and I like it, I could see myself picking this up at a later date. Next up, we've got the Roger Corman produced The Dunwich Horror. Dean Stockwell stars as Wilbur Whately, a mysterious young man who travels from the small town of Dunwich to the library of the Miskatonic University, which holds one of the only copies of the Necronomicon, a legendary book of occult lore that Wilbur hopes to borrow. Graduate student Nancy Wagner falls under his malign influence and travels with him back to his home, where Wilbur plans to use her in a ritual to raise the old ones, cosmic beings from another dimension. But who or what is in the locked room at the top of the stairs? And what will happen if they get out? This is a new 2K restoration. It's an HD presentation. It's got the lossless mono audio, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, new audio commentary by Guy Adams and Alexandra Benedict. The Door into Dunwich, a new conversation between historian Stephen R. Bissett and horror author Stephen Laws, in which they discuss the Dunwich Horror, Lovecraft, and their memories of seeing the film on release. After Summer, After Winter, a new interview with science fiction and fantasy writer Ruthanna Emery's, author of the Innsmouth Legacy series. The Sound of Cosmic Terror, a new interview with music historian David Huckville, in which he takes a closer look at Les Baxter's score for the movie. Theatrical trailer, image gallery, and reversible sleeve. I like the cast on this one. It looks interesting enough, and it could be a possibility. Next up, we have Sonny Chiba, The Executioner Collection. Ryuichi Koga is a descendant of the Koga ninja school, now earning his living through more nefarious means as a gun for hire. When he's enlisted to take down a drug cartel alongside Hayabusa, a disgraced former narcotics detective now operating within the criminal underworld, and renegade Aikido master Sakura, tensions grow among his three-man team of ne'er-do-wells, as each come to question each other's motives. Koga returns to the even more gung-ho follow-up Karate Inferno as the ringmaster of a gang of thieves plotting to steal the priceless jewel from a master criminal. So high-definition presentation is uncompressed Japanese mono audio for both films, uncompressed English mono audio track for The Executioner, brand new audio commentary. It doesn't say if that's for both movies or just for one. Sonny Chiba, Karate King, a 30-minute featurette on the legendary Sonny Chiba. Original trailers, image galleries, and reversible sleeve. I really love Street Fighter, the series, and I'm really curious about this. This is something that I'll probably pick out of the bunch. It's something that just jumps out at me as a title that I could see me having some fun with. 2 movies, £18 seems fairly decent enough value. If we jump into their releases, we can see the 2 various versions of the Angela Mao double, the Dunwich Horror, and the Executioner collection, as well as the Lucas Moodysson box set. It's a fairly varied month, I would say. Classic horror, foreign cinema, world cinema, and we have some martial arts in there as well. A little bit of something for everybody. I suppose that's a good thing. I'd love to know if there's anything there that jumps out at you, anything that you're really curious about, anything that you could maybe educate me a little bit more on, probably the Lucas Moodysson set, and probably how to pronounce his name properly. Of course, drop a comment, let me know about any of these titles, what you're picking up, if anything at all. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. Don't forget to hit the like button because it helps these videos. And in the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time on ManVFilm.